my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2 we don't need no pause. Here with Misty we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel.
Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Yeah, this every day. Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Yeah, this every day. This sound like Argentina. Had to fix my demeanor. No, they don't want me breathing. Still I roll like Gandhi. Got on 3 Jesus pieces, looking like Jay-Z and Yeezy. So far from conceited, but how can I be defeated? I hate it, so my wrist on like I'm Ben 10. Rappers think they doing something, I'm not a fan. I told my dad today, he said it's all pretend. I got back in my bed, now I got no friends.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Yo, got my heart no.
Heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Yeah, this every day. Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in then. Yeah, this every day.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. No cap, I'm real. The plastic bars tryna copy my steel.
Hi, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Sergeant Pete coming back at you with another episode. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As you know, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Um, I want to start off by saying, to fix my hat. Fix my hat before I go on here. Um, Waiting on my Washington Commander content creator go over some things that happened on Sunday because they thought they can do something. I told them boys they was gonna get beat by double digits. I said it. I said it. Um, but all I know, we whooped that ass. We whooped that ass. And now we got the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. They are sorry. Let me send this link to this guy, man. He talking about I ain't get it. Let me send this link right quick. All right, here you go, buddy. There go the link. I got you. Now leave me alone. All right. All right, I sent that link. So hopefully we get him to join. And also I got a Kansas City Chief content creator. Want to talk to him about pretty much how he think he's going to compare with the Philadelphia Eagles roster. And it's not gonna be close, y'all. Everybody, everybody knocking on Jalen Hurts, Coach Sirianni, Vic Fangio. Look, we got the best roster in the NFL. We've won, let me see, what, 13 straight since the bye week? Dude, that's crazy. And I want to say something to my Washington Commander listeners. I knew you had you came in to the link kind of cocky. You came in there, um, you had JD5. You thought that JD5 can cover up your error in your ways, because the rest of your roster couldn't compete. We was from the whole 46 to 53, the other seven that was inactive, you pretty much didn't have a shot. I mean, I seen it. Linebacker, defensive line, offensive line, cornerback, safety, quarterback. My quarterback win. So for all you out there that was shitting on my boy Jalen Hurts, all he do is win. He in the Super Bowl now. Started 4 years, been to the playoffs every year since he been starting. Let's see. Super Bowl twice in 3 years. Twice in 3 years. How many people they can say that? Not too many. Except for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes can, but can't nobody else. Can't nobody else say they've been to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And the playoffs in the last 4 years. You know, he doing his thing. But I digress. I don't want to talk about it. I got my Washington Commander on standby in the green room. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him on. There you go. Oh my God, bro. Bro, you good? You good, man? Can you hear me?
Um, yeah, I'm trying to switch it to my Bluetooth.
Okay, well, switch to your Bluetooth. I'm gonna finish talking shit about y'all. Now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I'm telling you, these guys came in there thought they was gonna wreck some shit. Like seriously. Like confidence was high, you know, they just come off knocking off the number one seed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did our dirty work for us. I wasn't even worried we was gonna knock either one of them on the road, at home, and uh, and they wasn't even supposed to be there, but they made it. They made it to the NFC Championship, and for some reason, they thought they belonged there with us, and that's why I told them guys it was gonna win, is it because they was the easiest opponent we had in the playoffs. Real talk. Green. I think, in my opinion, I think Green Bay was the hardest,
Technically,
even though that that Rams game was kind of close. But I digress. But anyway, let me go back to my content creator from the Washington Commander. What's up, man? Lynn Wood, how you doing, buddy? How you doing?
what's happening? What's happening? I'm all right. I'm all right.
Okay,
I'm
good,
feeling good.
good, good. I'm glad you're doing okay, man, because I know it's rough for you, man, because I know you was kind of delusional and thought maybe you had a chance. I still don't see how you thought you did, but but you thought you had a chance, which I commend you for that. But reality set in 55 to motherfucking what, 22 or 23?
23, 55, 23.
Put a 50 burg on that ass. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because I did all that, start the show. Let me kick it over to you, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling right now?
I mean, it's a bummer. It's. I mean, it's hard to see the silver lining right now when you that close to the Super Bowl. But I mean, first I gotta say congratulations to the Eagles. The number one reason that we lost that game.
Oh boy, here we come with the excuse. Go ahead.
I'm about to give you the truth of the matter. You told I tell the truth. I'm a truth teller,
It's not a truth
regardless of
tell.
what.
You got
But,
beat because we was a better team. But go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, homeboy. You got the flow. I'm
golly,
sorry. I'm gonna step back. You got the flow.
the number one reason why we lost that game is because of the Eagles and the way they played. Their stars played like stars. They came to play. They balled out. They the most talented team, and that talent showed on the field. Um, I mean, I got to give it up to Jalen Hurts because I thought something was going on there that was, you know, probably going to have him overmatched on the quarterback position because it wasn't looking good. They was winning games, but it wasn't really looking good. So I thought there was an opening there. But hey, he shut that up. He performed. He did whatever he had to do to win the game. So the number one reason why we lost is the Eagles play. The number two reason why we lost is because we did not play mistake-free football. We didn't play well at all. Turned the ball over 4 times, and regardless of what the other team does, if you do that, you typically not gonna have a chance. You're definitely not gonna have a chance against the more talented team. So number one being the Eagles, number two being us not playing well. Um, Now this is definitely not a major factor in you guys winning the game. If this part never happened, you guys would have still won that game. But I mean, them Zebras, man, they made some pivotal calls. They made some pivotal calls, man. It's like, yeah. I
Could you
mean, can we
name
get
some of the penalties you're talking about?
pivotal calls? Well, the first and most pivotal one is on that 4th and 5, and they missed that blatant hole right in front of Jalen Hurts. I mean, they never missed that call. They never missed that call. And if we get that on a 4th and 5, and that becomes 4th and 15, and now you giving it to us towards the end of the half with a chance to take the lead and going to the half with a lead, that's a whole lot different circumstance than now being down 27 to what 12, whatever that was. And I thought that was pivotal. However, I said it before, and then I'm gonna say it after. That's not the reason we lost the game. The reason we lost the game was because of the play of the Eagles, the play of the Commanders, and already going into that game being overmatched from a talent standpoint. But I think I still see an avenue where we could have won, um, or definitely had a chance to win down the stretch. We've had plenty of games as far as the first half, like we had in this game. But when we made that stop, and then that's after cutting it to 12, and then we about to start driving down, I think down 11 or 12, and Eckler had that final fumble, he could have called game right there. Because if we could have went down there and scored, and then turn that thing, maybe get the 2-point conversion, turn that thing into a field goal game, who knows what could have happened after that. But that last fumble, that was it, curtains.
Okay. Okay. I get all that. I mean, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I mean, we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you playing against number one defense and when you lead the whole NFL in the playoffs and plus turnover. I mean, what we got 10, and then plus when we play y'all, I mean we always win a turnover battle. My question is, the last time we talked about this, it was we always go to when I told you the reason why y'all won last time. You told me it was because of JD Daniel. Y'all won the game because he stole 5 touchdowns. Even though we got 5 turnovers, JD 5 come back. He lead us back to the promised land. Well, we got 4 turnovers this game. Why JD 5 couldn't overcome them 4 turnovers and You know, when
I mean,
y'all
I mean, they,
play.
I mean, they were more critical times and less, yeah, less possessions in this one. I mean, when those 5 turnovers happened, kind of matters, and when we were able to get critical stops versus when we weren't, that matters too. So, and then also, I mean, I wouldn't put none of that on Jaden Daniels. I mean, to me, he was the, well, I ain't gonna say the only. He was one of the only players that actually came to play and did play mistake-free football during the competitive portion, at least. Him, Ertz, Cherry, they brought it. But hey, it's 11 on the field, and he couldn't overcome these turnovers, especially the timely nature of them.
Mm.
So yeah, you're right. We had 5 turnovers last game and still won the game. But I mean, come on, who's doing that? That was that's what started to put. No, I ain't gonna start. That's what continued to put Jaden Daniels on like record breaking territory as it relates to a rookie quarterback. Having 5 turnovers and still leading your team to a win with 5 passing touchdowns.
Mm. All right. Before I comment on that, I want to comment on this person right here. He said, "Yo, easy three-peat, no competition whatsoever. Line them up for the next four-peat. Eagles are frauds. Easy cupcake playoff schedule. Stop it. Playoff schedule, dude. How is it easy? Please tell me how it was easy. I mean, I thought whoever's in front of you, you knock them down. I mean, of course we didn't do it. Washington didn't knock off number one seed, but hey, Detroit didn't hold up their end. They did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do. But as far as your team, you probably just started being a Chiefs fan probably 3 years ago. I can pretty much guarantee you that for one. And two, we gotta knock your ass out in the what? I would say I'm telling you right now, we're gonna win by double digits in the Super Bowl because you don't match up with us. You know what I'm saying? Offense line gonna push your ass out the way. Saquon gonna at least get 200. You know what I'm saying? And Jalen Hurts just proved that he can slang that thing. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Y'all keep shitting on my boy. And I
That's
mean, the
crazy.
Chiefs I give to you, Andy
You talk
Reid.
about you talking about the champs. You talking about the champs. You
You talking
talking
about who?
crazy. The champs. You talking about the 2 time champs. You talking about you gonna go in there and push them around. You
Yeah.
talking crazy.
How am I talking crazy? I mean, it's been proven.
But
You know
proven
what I'm saying? I
win.
mean, when you go against my offensive line, they knock your ass out the way. You know what I'm saying? My boy got what? Wait, 660-yard touchdowns, and he got what? 3 in the playoffs? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
It's about to be the best
And
defense
Patrick Mahomes
that
ain't
y'all
that
played.
offense ain't look the same. Tell you that right now. That
It,
offense don't look the same. And we got the number one defense. Come on.
I
So,
used to hear
but
people saying
anyway,
the same kind of stuff about the Bulls when they went
about
back
the
to
who?
back. They talk about the Chicago Bulls.
Okay,
Talk
well,
about
first of
where
all,
they
this
vulnerable at and all that type of stuff. And what does translate from sport to sport is a champion. You ain't gonna go in no champion at the Super Bowl and then you gonna push them around. It's gonna be an easy double digit victory. You sound crazy.
yeah. Well, last time I checked, the last time we won the Super Bowl, we beat the GOAT. We beat the GOAT. Just saying. We lost to him the first time we played the GOAT. And the second time we ran up on him, we whooped that ass.
I wouldn't
First
call it
time
an
we
ass. I
the
wouldn't
first
call it an ass
time we
whipping.
went up
You won the
against Travis.
game.
Say
You won the
again?
game, but you ain't pushed. I wouldn't call it
What
an
you
ass
talking
whooping.
about?
You won the game. You out there
Whooped
doing
his
trick
ass.
plays.
Well, if that's the
Pete
case,
Peterson in his bag and all that,
bro, if
and
that's the
and and it
case,
was
then
close.
he didn't whoop our ass the first time. He badly beat us the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and then the
yeah.
second
No.
time,
I didn't say you
second
can't
time,
win.
we put up record yards on his ass. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
ain't say nothing about you can't win. I'm saying the notion that you're gonna go in there and push them around and beat them by double
oh yeah, we're
digits
gonna push them
is
around.
crazy.
We're gonna push them around. That's what we play physical football. They don't. We play football. That's what we do. You know that. You know what I'm saying? When we knocked y'all heads off, knocked your damn heads off. That's a
Come
fact.
on,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
You
Man,
didn't
Doctor,
want.
come
You
on.
didn't show up, knocking the ball out. You know what I'm saying? You did. You was cocky when you got there. You know
What
what
you
I'm saying?
talking
It
about,
is what
Cocky?
it is.
Y'all the ones talking about we don't deserve to be there and all that. We ain't never say nothing like that, talking crazy like that.
You didn't deserve
We
to
didn't
be
say
there,
that.
though.
What you
You
mean? We,
didn't
we beat
deserve
the
to be
number
there.
one seed. We beat them in their house.
But why you ain't beat the
Put our
number
feet
two
on the
seed?
coffee table.
You deserve to be there because we put up 55 on you, bro. 55, 50 burger. 50
I
burger,
mean,
the most points scored ever in the
it got out
NFC
of hand,
Championship game.
but we
Y'all
turned the ball
wasn't
over 4 times.
ready.
Turned the ball over.
Huh?
Turned the ball
Dude,
over.
you turned the ball over 5 times. The last time you played it and you scored, what, 36 points? 37, 38? Okay,
Yeah,
why you didn't do it this time? That's all I'm saying.
you guys were better. That's why.
But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But we not
you
the champs. So I was talking about how you was talking crazy about what you're gonna do to the champs. We not the 2 time champs
I don't care about
with that
that.
guy
They
over there.
bleed just like we bleed. Man, I don't care about all that 2-time champ shit.
I ain't saying nothing about bleeding like you bleed. I ain't saying nothing about y'all winning the game. I'm
Hurts
saying
a
to think y'all
bum.
gonna go in
Another
there and push them around
Trubisky.
and
Another
win by double
Trubisky.
digits is
Bum
crazy.
choke throat. Are you kidding me? Hurts is nothing like Trubisky, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He
Yeah, that's
disrespecting
wild.
my guy. Are you
That's
kidding?
wild.
My
Trubisky is
quarterback
wild.
win. The only person who got more wins than my boy in the last 4 years is your boy, Patrick Mahomes. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you get that shit out of your head with that Trubisky bullshit.
But yet y'all gonna push them around.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Come
some
on.
around. Mark my words, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you didn't think y'all was gonna we was gonna beat y'all. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. You just a non-believer of my team, bro. I sat there and told you what was gonna happen. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But you just kept
you
going
get to
on and
talk
on.
that. You get to talk that because y'all won the game. But we not the champs, man. I'm talking about the champs. The two
Bro.
time champs. Back to back
Okay.
champs.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you can't win.
Okay. I'm
But to
about to
think
say
you gonna
we
go in
beat
there
we beat them
and
last year.
stun them,
Not in the playoffs, but we beat
come
them
on.
last year. We can whoop that ass. I'm just saying. When I say whoop that ass, I don't mean blowing them out. Nothing. I'm just saying we beat them. That's all.
I mean,
You
you
know what I'm
said double
saying? But
digits.
anyway,
You said double
you know what I'm saying?
digits.
Y'all had a good season. I give you that. You had a good season. You know, you had a good season. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
your roster, you had the second best all season of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Besides us, with your overhaul, you had some good people in there. So, but I commend you, man, on the good season. You just you met your match in the NFC Championship. Y'all wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in second place in our division probably in the next couple of years, which I commend you for that. You know, you still gonna make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you just not like that, man. But
Well,
anyway,
the odds are y'all won't win the division next year. I mean,
this
you
motherfucker
being in the
here,
NFC
man.
East, you know the odds are you won't win next year. You know this.
Huh?
You've been in the NFC East however long you've been an Eagles fan. You know you're not going to repeat.
How you know we ain't gonna repeat? You don't know
I
that.
mean,
You'd have to
it's
beat us
only not
first.
it's
You'd
only
have to
not
beat us
happened for the
first.
last 20 whatever years. I mean, it's been 20 something years since you had a repeat champion in the NFC East. You know this.
Oh, you talking about yeah, but the last person, if you want to talk like that, the last person who did it was who?
Dallas?
I
Yeah,
mean,
okay. Yeah, I'll help you out. It was fucking us. All right. It was us, the last person that did it, so we did it again. All
I
right.
mean,
But
I ain't had
anyway,
no gray hairs when that happened.
I got you, homie. But anyway, I got my boy Eric on here, Kansas City Chief fan
That's
right
right.
here.
That's absolutely correct. That is correct.
You know what I'm
Where do
saying?
we
I
start
appreciate
this
you.
at?
Do what
Because
now?
so we'll start this with your miscalculation on coming into beating us not next week, but our Super Bowl. Can you hear me?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay. So well, here's what we got. Our offensive line looked just like our offensive line did when we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and we lost. So what we did, we went out, we retooled the offensive line. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of those members through, hey, you win, but you go off the better pasture. So we lost a lot of our offensive line pieces. I do have a concern with what is it, Jalen? What's that guy you guys got on your defensive line?
You talking about
Jalen
Jalen
Carter.
Carter?
Carter. I do have a concern with Carter. He has a tendency of wrecking games. Okay, but Jalen Hurts has a problem with the forward pass. Jalen Hurts, he can beat us with his legs, but I'm not scared of his arm.
Mm. Okay. Okay. You're not scared of his. Did you see what he did last week?
Yeah,
Did you see what he did in the Super Bowl last time?
but before that, did you see what Washington did to them on the last game of the season? Last, what was it, December 18th or something like that?
I think it was a 22nd. You talking about against us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts got hurt that game, and he had to leave when he left. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Okay.
told him, if Jalen Hurts played that game, he controlled the whole game. There's no 3 and outs. You know what I'm saying? And they would never came back.
I don't know if I can
We
get
would have
this
had.
done.
Where
That's
you get
my
these 3 and
opinion.
outs from, though, man? You
Say
scored like
again?
30-something points. Y'all keep acting like
I told you that.
my
The
man
reason
came
why
in
he
there and
did
ain't
that,
score. He came in and scored 33 points. Your number
no,
one defense gave up 5 touchdowns to a team that turned the ball over 5 times. That's why you lost.
you
Not
did.
Pickett.
No.
Pickett
We
scored 33
lost
points.
because no. The reason why he scored because we got short fields because your ass kept fumbling the ball and throwing the interception. That's why.
I'm just saying, what more would Jalen Hurts have done? What more
Jalen
would he
Hurts
done? The
would have
dude
got
scored
Jalen Hurts would have moved the
30
ball
something
all the way
points.
downfield, control the clock, and he would have scored more. You wouldn't have scored.
When
That's
you
all
look
I'm
at,
saying.
but when you look at Jalen Hurts, was he hurt the last quarter of the season? Because he was playing like he was hurt.
No, Jalen Hurts wasn't hurt. He had like a pinky problem, and that didn't hurt his game.
Oh, Pinky. I ain't heard that before.
Okay. Well, anyway, I go back to the Chiefs.
All
So
right.
here's where our advantages are. I think that the DeAndre Hopkins is going to play a bigger role in the Super Bowl than what he has since he joined the Chiefs. I think Xavier Worthy is going to be a matchup problem because your secondary had some solid players, but they can't cover Worthy, Hopkins, and Kelsey.
That Worthy gonna
One
be a
of them is going
problem.
to be open. It's just how they can be schemed to be open.
Yeah, they might be open. You know what I'm saying? I like Vic Fangio in his number one defense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
It's
pretty sure he gonna
powerful.
scheme up something.
It's powerful. That is the truth to be told. It is a powerful defense.
I give you a nugget. Let me give you a nugget.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio is 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes. 0-6 when he was the head coach of Denver. And I think the other one was with Chicago and Miami. 0-8.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give the truth. The truth serum is going to be number 26. That's going to be the difference right there, in my
Who,
humble
Barkley?
opinion. Yeah, I think that's going to be the difference maker.
I mean, he on my team. That's what we do. We run the ball, physical. We're gonna play some good defense, and that's why I think we're gonna pull this off, homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
And
ah,
Jalen Hurts is the reason why Barkley is succeeding like he is. You know what I'm saying? Because they got that RPO. You know what I'm saying? You gotta if you try to crash the running back, then Jalen gonna take off. You know what I'm saying?
well,
And last week they implemented he was throwing the ball to Dallas Goddard. You know what I'm saying? We did a little option route to Smitty, AJ Brown came alive. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
expecting them to do in the Super Bowl. But the one thing I will say I'm worried about is Andy Reid and his play calling, and that Steve, what's his name, Steve
Spagnolia.
Spagnuolo.
Spagnolia.
Yeah, his
Spagnola.
exotic blitzes he do. Hopefully Jalen handle that, and
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game. I think when you look at the lines, I don't think there's a better line in football when you look at the Eagles' offensive line. I just don't think there's a better one there. Maybe it's because Barkley has such a year running behind it. It kind of gives you a different perspective. But that line
yeah.
is it's hard to find a better one. It's hard to find a better one.
Um, Kelsey, is Kelsey gonna be a big factor? You think? I mean, he
No,
don't slow down a lot.
no, he's
Okay.
yes and no to Kelsey. I think the lights are big enough for Kelsey, so they'll push the ball to him because he is a clutch player, but he hasn't been our number one tight end target for different spots of the year.
Okay. That dude McDuffie y'all got. Now me personally, I think he like top three cornerbacks in the whole league.
Yeah,
That's how good he is. I think he pretty good. I
yeah.
think he one of the only ones like that they can match up with AJ. I mean, some people
It-
thought that Lattimore could match up with AJ, but
Man,
AJ is his daddy. But
and I have a history with Washington, so I'll agree with you with saying Washington had one heck of a year. Nobody saw that freight train
no,
coming,
nobody saw it.
and there it's going to be a 1-2 fight in the NFC. Sorry, Tate, the Cowboys and their decision making that ain't going to work for any type of a winning season. But
Bro, the Cowboy gonna suck again.
and again and again until they can find a coach, and nobody want to coach with Jerry Jones. I mean, it's that simple. But
Dude, I don't know what the hell he doing.
screwing up his money, that's what he's doing. He messing up his own money. But when you look at the Washington Commanders and what they're building, it's a good formula. It's a good formula. They got a quarterback. They got a running back. They're gonna have to get it. Tyreek Hill would be a great addition, but he quit. So I don't know if you want to quit in your locker room or not.
No, we don't need that.
But Ertz did a great job.
He did.
Washington
He
got
did.
a very bright future, and I see it as a Washington and Philly thing for at least the next 3-4 years. At least think about it, man. The NFC Championship came out of the NFC East.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of. They're gonna be battling Dallas for that. Second and third spot. So they better.
Look at this guy.
Yeah,
Bro,
we'll see. We'll
bro.
see.
Look at this guy, man.
We'll see, because you're only one Barkley injury away from being back down in the cellar. You know that, right?
You did what now?
You're only one Barkley injury away from being back down in third,
Oh,
fourth
come on,
place.
man. We get
Not
1,000-yard rushers every year. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
not
So
not to mention that lifespan of a running back
Yeah, that's true.
is steadily decreasing.
But
Anyway,
here's a question for you, Pete.
go for it, man.
Who would you put as the number one running back, top five Philly running backs? You got McCoy, you got
But Shady McCall is my personal favorite. Will Montgomery. Uh, let's see. I like Brian Westbrook and Barkley. He gonna be one of my favorite. Cause he 2,000. Ain't none of them that got 2,000 yards.
Nope.
and Deuce Staley.
Ah, I
I like
forgot
the
about
Deuce
Deuce.
Staley.
I forgot the Deuce is loose. Yeah,
Yeah, buddy. The Deuce was loose.
yeah.
So yeah, man, we had some good ones, and I'm not ready to give up that NFC East yet. I'm not ready to say that Washington gonna challenge us next year. Um, hopefully, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say hopefully JD5 have a sophomore slump. But they got a lot of cap space, man. They're gonna put a lot of weapons around that guy, man.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be the worst roster he's gonna have around him. And I'm thinking
Yeah.
next year with all that
Yeah.
cap space money they got, they're gonna do. I was playing about, that's just me being a competitor. But I think Washington gonna be pretty good in the years to come with their quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and give him his flowers. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So but I'm real on this. I still think we're gonna be at the top. I'm just letting you know I'm
Okay.
right now. I don't see we're not losing nobody uh on that offensive side except for Makai Becton, our right
Hmm.
guard. He signed a 1 year deal and
Hmm.
but we always slide somebody in there.
So, in your estimate, prime time going to have a problem with that because he's going to tell you that Shador going to the Giants is going to make them automatic NFC East champions. He's going to crown that come, I think, during rookie training camp. He's going to crown that.
Oh, you think they gonna get him? I think they might get Cam. Cam from
Mm,
Miami. Or you think he'll go before? He think he'll go first?
yeah, I'm not really crazy about either of them, to be honest with you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's not a good quarterback class. So after them two. Oh, I
Yeah.
just somebody said Washington sucks. Oh wow. I
Ooh.
mean, yeah, they really do, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and troll them
Come on,
guys.
man.
You know what I'm
How can a
saying?
team? How can a team that made it to the conference championship suck? Come on, come on. What are we talking about?
Because they got beat 55-23. That's how.
That okay? That they did.
Yeah.
But you can't. Okay, if they suck, then what do you call the other 28 teams that didn't make it that far? 28 other teams suck.
Yeah. Carolina
Yeah.
Panthers suck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. You just
Ravens
went to the
suck.
bottom.
No, I mean you said 28 other ones.
I'm
You
just
said
saying.
28 other. You didn't say
No, no, no,
playoff
no,
team.
no. I said 28. In other words, if we made it to the final four and we suck, then what of the other 28 that didn't even make it to the final four?
Hey man, it just cool banter, man, back and forth, man. It ain't like literally taking y'all suck, man. All right. You did make it to NFC championship, all right? You know what I'm saying? Only problem I got with y'all, man, is y'all thought you went in there. This was who was it? CJ Gardner Johnson said that he said he talked
Yeah.
to some of the
I
Washington
heard
players
that.
and they was like, they just he said they had a problem with it because y'all thought y'all belonged there. Like y'all was like y'all was gonna win and they had to let y'all know y'all just just
Yeah.
happened to beat Detroit and you just did our dirty work for us and we had to
Happened to
show
beat
you.
Detroit.
That's what he
Yeah,
said. He was like y'all just like y'all
every time I think
belong
I'm
there,
about to
like
take
y'all was the
something you about to say
shit.
serious, then you start talking crazy.
I've been telling you what he said, man. Did he take
Yeah, I saw that comment. I saw it. I saw it. Time
Cancun
to go
number
home
three?
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
it
said he
will
didn't like
be.
y'all vibe, bro.
I mean, he just said that because he got kicked out the last game. That's all. He bitter about getting kicked out the
You
game.
still bitter about that, man. I
But
mean, I'm
here,
still bitter about when we beat y'all because you didn't let me head down, bro.
so
You
what
said
do
I
you
ain't let
think
you.
about Lattimore staying on in the secondary for
Oh,
Washington?
yeah. Please tell us about Lattimore. Go, yeah, that's a good question, man.
Well, me personally, I just be honest. After that performance, I was ready to go ahead and say, "Hey, let's cut ties." But Adam Peters has already said that you know basically making excuses for him. Said he came into a difficult situation where he got traded for, and at the time he got traded, he already had a hamstring injury, and it's tough to acclimate yourself into the roster or whatever when you coming in rehabbing and whatnot. And he like to give him an off season to get acclimated to our system and whatnot, and then see what he got next year. I I mean, like I said, me myself, I was already ready to cut ties. But I
Yeah.
mean, if you do own his rights, um, it's an asset. I guess it doesn't serve you no purpose to maybe cut him right away. Maybe I'm thinking from emotions, from just seeing what I saw. But I just can't see where the juice was worth the squeeze on that trade right there. I mean, a fourth round pick. Only thing worse than that was the fourth round y'all gave us for Dotson.
Was it third round, right? I thought it was a
Oh yeah,
third. We
third
gave y'all
round.
a
My bad.
third.
Yeah, third round. Third
What you
round.
mean? Why you knocking on Dotson like that, man? You got a
I'm just
third?
saying. I forgot about him the other night. I just realized, God dang, we just played Dotson and I forgot. I don't even remember.
Yeah, every third receiver we had don't do nothing. So you know what I'm saying. When you got a top two like that, third one is just there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That
that's
was
Yeah,
just in
but a
case.
third round pick was transferred.
No, we had two of them, so yeah, we did that. I mean that was he. I mean that was just what a safety valve. That's all he was, which he didn't produce when AJ Brown was out or Devontae at the beginning of the season. But I guess he was getting trying to recognize what he need to do in this new playbook. Which wasn't he didn't do shit, but I mean, it's working out. We in the Super Bowl, so that third round pick did so. We in the Super Bowl. You can't tell by his stats. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we in the Super Bowl, so I ain't mad at it. Now we got to pull off the unthinkable and beat the two-time defending champs. Man, that's gonna be hard to do. But if anybody
Wait a
got
minute,
the formula,
I
it's
thought you
we
just
do.
said you about to push him around and beat him by double digits.
If anybody got the formula, is we do. All right, so don't try that, bro. I meant what I said.
we'll
I'm just saying. Now you
Just
talking what
make
was
sure you
me?
watch it. Make sure you
Oh,
watch the Super Bowl. I know you
it's
said
gonna
you didn't
be.
want to watch it and go Chiefs. That's what you said,
No,
but I
I didn't say
still
I didn't
want you
want
to
to watch
watch
it.
it.
I said I hope y'all get beat in the final minute by doing something silly. But of course I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Now that's y'all doing silly shit. Fumbling the ball all the time. We don't do shit like that. Just saying.
I gotta eat that.
Good to go,
uh,
man. Good to go.
all right.
But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. JD5, he that guy. He that
Yeah.
guy. He that guy, man. I give you that. All
Eh,
right. Maybe you good with that?
I
Oh
got to
yeah.
break in. I got to break in.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
They're not as bad as Chicago, but I remember RG3 came in his rookie season was fantastic. I got videos of him being drafted the whole nine. The next year, he was worthless. Although he got hurt playoffs, I believe. He got a knee injury, but he was never the same afterwards. They had Kirk Cousins, drained him for a lot of money. He left, the quarterback room in shambles. They've had Heisman Trophy winners in the past. They had was that kid that was from Auburn that they got? They had
Jason Campbell.
Jason Campbell. They
Jason
had
who?
Jason
Jason
Campbell.
Campbell.
Oh yeah. The black quarterback,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I like that. He was pretty good for what I'm saying. But I think he played with Chicago too. He was like a backup
yeah,
for a
he
while,
did
and
play
then y'all end
Chicago.
up
Yeah.
getting him to start. He wasn't a
No, we
run-of-the-mill
drafted
starter.
him.
Our
No, we
franchise
drafted him.
quarterback.
Yeah. So they have a history with good quarterbacks. But it's just seeing what they do the second year. And I think the pedigree's in place for JD to do a whole lot better than those other guys. But I'm holding on to. I got to see what they're going to do next year. Once they get some tape on him, some film, find his tendencies, how to stop him. You know, what will he be able to do then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there's a huge difference between Jaden Daniels and RG3 um,
Yeah.
on a lot of fronts, really. Not only in their game, as far as how they play the quarterback position, their skill set, um, their vision. They got a totally different vision. The way they read defenses, their level of quarterback play as far as being able to go through your progressions, throw with anticipation. They're just two totally different quarterbacks
Yeah.
at the point in their career as far as being a rookie. RG3, they basically had the craft and offense that at that time the NFL hadn't seen before. It was mainly a college thing as far as the zone read, RPOs, leaning heavy into that. You hadn't seen that before that RG3 season, and ironically, in that season, you had that with RG3, you had that with Colin Kaepernick, and you had that with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
But
And wasn't
the
Vic?
unfortunate thing about RG3 in the second year, not only did he have that injury, um, and they had that injury against Seattle as far as torn ACL and all that, so now you're rehabbing during off season. But then he also had issues with not being coachable, where the reports are him and his dad went into Shanahan's office and tried to tell them what they was willing to run and what they wasn't willing to run from an offensive scheme standpoint, and he just wasn't coachable. And when
Right.
you combine that with already not being at that level as far as being able to read defenses and go through your progressions and things of that nature, and you're not coachable, it's just not a good combination. And I think Jaden Daniels is far from that.
I
He
agree with
not
that.
that.
I agree with that.
I
So,
remember
what do you
him.
think about Williams, Caleb up in Chicago? Do you see him more in the JD or more towards RG?
It's tough because I think in the NFL, especially, like a lot of your success depends on who's drafting you, what your environment is, who your OC is, who your supporting cast is, and they already starting off on a bad track when it comes to developing a quarterback. I mean, halfway through the season, they fire his offensive coordinator,
Right.
which is really like trying to teach somebody Spanish, and then in 3 months saying, you know what, forget that Spanish, let's learn French. I mean, what you want us to do? And then a lot was spoken for his supporting cast as far as getting Keenan Allen and some veteran receivers in there. But that can backfire when you talk about a rookie quarterback because those seasoned veterans, they ain't got time for you to develop.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they trying to get their numbers, they trying to win right now. You know, and a lot of times that can mesh. You know, kind of crazy, especially when you talk about bringing in guys that's not even within that organization. And then again, 4 games, 5 games into it, you're firing a guy that's supposed to be the closest to him, the
And
one most responsible for his
right.
development.
And then eventually the coach as well. So
Yeah.
Dope, dope. Okay, okay. I got a question for Mr. Jackson on this Super Bowl matchup, if you don't mind.
yeah,
Asking why Steve Spagnelli, however you pronounce his
Spagnoli.
last name. Why hasn't he received any coaching interviews or somebody trying to probe him from y'all?
To the jury, I present my evidence of Eric Bieniemy.
I heard that
So
name in a minute.
what happens with Andy Reid coaching, coach, assistant coaches, coordinators is very much what happened to Eric Bieniemy. The Andy Reid aura is so big that you don't know what they're coaching and what he's coaching. So you don't really know what you're going to get with a coordinator from Kansas City. They may be good or they may not. I mean, we had one that went from Kansas City and he went to the Steelers. What was that guy's name? He was the offensive coordinator.
Really?
Went to the
So what, Staley?
Steelers. Who?
Staley?
Not Staley. It was. Hold on a second. Let me look this up real quick. But he went there, and Tomlin fired him after like 3 seasons. It's something about our coordinators that we just they work well within Andy's system, but when they get out and they have to have their own show, they're just not there, unfortunately.
Okay. But I figured Steve would be a good candidate because, I mean, he come from, he won Super Bowl with the Giants. Now he winning Super Bowls. I mean, he called his own plays on defense. Ain't nobody control. I figured they would want to give him a position. So Eric Bieniemy, everybody know Andy Reid was, pretty much in control of the offense over there. So I can see why they want his ass. But I heard also he couldn't interview well. Hell, I heard he went to UCLA and now he going somewhere else.
Yeah, he was let go from UCLA. I think he's up in Washington State,
Something
or
like that.
yeah, he's up in Washington somewhere. But the other part with Spagnolia is he got a son that's going to be at Kansas State, so he's kind of happy with being close to home to watch him play.
Got you. So the same as our defensive coordinator, Vic. Vic said he's not interested in head coaching jobs because he's from Philly and he got a
See,
house in Philly, so he said that's his last stop. So
and
we should have had him last year. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's another story.
but I mean, it'd be good to see which coordinators in the final game wind up somewhere else. I don't think the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator of Kansas City is going anywhere, but someone already got our assistant GM. So, with
Oh,
every,
okay. I didn't know that.
I think he went to the Jets. I think he went to the Jets or the Jets I think it was the Jets he went to. But
Okay. The Jets. Over there with Aaron Glenn.
yeah, so when you have a championship team, they come picking. Look at what happened with Detroit. You think Detroit's going to be the same next season?
Boy, that's rough. They got the same players, and Hudson will be back next year. I don't know who they give free agents going to be, so that's hard for me to say, and
And what's
they
rough
just
is not
hired
even
another
making it
offense
to a Super
coordinator.
Bowl with that. Like you lose your coordinators, at least you can say I made it to the Super Bowl, whatever. Them jokers ain't even make it to a Super Bowl, and now they got to start all over from a coordinator standpoint.
Hmm.
So you saying it's not possible to make the Super Bowl with a new coordinator?
No, I'm definitely not saying that.
What?
I'm just saying, we were talking about the Chiefs and them losing talent because people like to cherry pick from organizations that's successful. Well, the Chiefs are back-to-back champions. If somebody plucked from the Eagles have been to a Super Bowl. I mean, 3 out of the last 5, as you alluded to. But when you lose your
True.
coordinators and then you got to start all over, and you don't even have the fruits of a Super Bowl to show for it, I'm just saying that's tough sledding there. I'm not saying they can't make the playoffs again next year. I'm just saying that's rough where you lose Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, but yet you don't even have a Super Bowl to show for it, and not even a Super Bowl win. I'm talking about just even a appearance.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to make that Super Bowl. Before we wrap it up, man, Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir. I'm still
Now I
looking
got.
for that coordinator's name.
Oh, okay. But I just wanted to ask you about your. Do you think experience gonna be a big factor in this Super Bowl matchup? You know, because we got a young defense. A lot of them guys hasn't been to this fish in the bowl with this. You know, all these people that can be on the sideline. You know, extended halftime. You know, stuff like that. Y'all used to it. You going on 3 years straight.
The difference is going to be halftime adjustments. I think our experience will play well up to halftime adjustments, and then it's going to be a different game.
Pardon me, Eric.
Yeah.
Would you be talking about Todd Haley?
Yes. That is the fella. That's him. Thank you.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
he's an Andy Reid disciple right there.
Yep.
Wow. But Pittsburgh hated him though.
Quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Pittsburgh fans didn't like Todd Haley.
Yep.
They didn't feel like he was opening up their offense. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I think halftime adjustments are going to really be the difference. Um, we haven't been blowing folks out. I think our best game we've had this year was last week.
Yeah.
Um, and if I start game to game to game to game, the Eagles, taking off my rose-colored glasses, the Eagles should win. But daggone it, I can't let the Chiefs just be out there by themselves naked. We're gonna be all right.
yeah, y'all win them close games, man.
We're gonna be all right.
Y'all had a lot of close games y'all won, so that's
So
pretty good.
at one point, I think we needed to, if we had a loss, I really think against the Ravens, we would have had a different season because they played. I think Patrick's hurt. I think he's hurt, and he's
His
just
ankle, he got on the injury report. It still says ankle. He been had for some weeks. I heard.
yeah. So we cannot afford to have Wentz under center. Thank you, wherever he came from, via Washington, via where was he at after Washington? Cardinals, wherever. I should have listened to you when he said it was garbage. I should have.
Who's garbage?
Wentz.
Carson.
I was gonna touch on that at the end. I wanted to say Carson Wentz, he had to watch a backup win a Super Bowl. Now he's gonna have to watch his next backup that he had win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
He backed up hurt. Nick Foles backed him up. Jalen
Did
Hurts.
he?
That's crazy. Somebody told me that. I was like, I ain't even think of it like that.
But yeah, he's trash, man. And
Well,
that
yeah, we all know how Wentz is. Washington, you know how he was. I was mad
Oh
y'all let him go. We
I
had
would have
feared
been too if I was
against
the Eagles fan.
No,
Yeah,
he's awful.
he
He's
was
awful.
Yeah. So but that was one of those things that Dan Snyder was he putting a lot of pride on making them wonderful picks. Like I
Yeah.
said, man, I had a lot of history with Washington. That Snyder drove me off the land, man. I do.
Yeah, Dan Snyder he was like one of the worst owners in the league.
He should
Probably
have
the
his
history of
own
sports.
wing up in Canton. This is what you don't do.
In the history of sports.
Period. So that guy, and it's gonna take a while for that stench to get out of the building. Matter of fact, they're gonna have to leave Landover and go back up into DC where they'll probably build a new stadium and make history there.
Mhm.
Make history
Right,
there.
right.
Hey, I appreciate the invite, Sergeant Peeps.
Hey man, I appreciate both y'all for tuning in, man. chopping it up with your boy, man, and I hope we can do this again,
Oh
y'all.
well, yeah, I got my family stuff up here now, but I see what I need to do. I see.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I,
man. Go ahead and get that done, bro.
I'm gonna be dressed for the occasion next week.
Okay. Well,
I'll
I
be
mean, if
dressed.
you want, we can
If
do something
invite.
again, man.
Okay, just send. Is this the constant link or is it updated?
Nah, I just sent it out. It's
Okay.
different every time.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'll put
when
me
we
on
get
the
back,
list,
man,
man.
and man, hopefully we get Tate on here next time. Maybe we can talk about them sorry Cowboys too. Then.
Oh, I want to do that. It's easy taking kid. It's easy taking candy from that kid. Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
do that.
for
I know
sure.
that's right, man.
All
But
right.
I
Appreciate it,
appreciate
man.
y'all, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man.
Talk to you
Peace.
soon, man.
See.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in for Fourth and Philly. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.